Okay, well, I'm taking a break, so I might as well do some ads. This is my first one, so bear with me. So, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That's pretty cool. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And all you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. May 11th, 2016. What's the gain from holding on to it when I have a friend with access to one of the largest real R&D labs on the planet? If it's what it takes to get an in at a place where I can build whatever I want, then this likely would be it, considering a unipolar magnet is prize winning. Plus, it's what I need to build my generator, so I may as well see if they'll take that and help me develop the uses for it. My friend that worked on the CERN Hadron Collider told me that if I could design a unipolar magnet, it would be worth a Nobel Prize if it's that simple. Other than returning the curves for efficiency and magnetic warp, and it took me less than 10 minutes to design, what else do you think I'm capable of? You fit the length of the side against itself, and since it flexes naturally, you bend the edges all at once to insert the end caps, and it's like a flower on one end, then fitting it into the pedal base on the other, and if you could cold weld the whole build, the magnetic field, if lined up properly, it wouldn't allow leaks, though you could just easily fill it with a magnetic epoxy. You'll see. The shape can't be too wide or it won't slide together. But it's the number of pieces that isn't important, it's the shape of the minimum pieces needed. Maybe I could just post it up to phys.org and have fun with it. Once people started machining the right combinations, it would put the energy grid in developing nations off kilter, and building a low voltage water filter in and of itself something to work on, considering you need a considerable charge to perform the reverse osmosis filtration. It becomes a way to redevelop the underwhelming areas, and if I build a soil system, it's a self-contained energy and air production system that will filter water while cleaning air, a small terraforming kit, and if it can be scaled properly, it's something like a mechanic in a few hundred years could print and not worry about poisoning their settlement. Condensation farming would be beneficial to the planet's housing, so shaping the light to lens inward to produce hot and cold spots to produce condensation would be useful. I wonder how much water is pulled through from one moment of RO interaction, because then it becomes a curve of averages to time instead of a steady draw. I've seen the shape of the filters and how they pull, so recreating them shouldn't be too difficult. Having India would be worth having. They need toilet and piping infrastructure. If you're going to play word games, when I'm going to go with people with actual moves I can use. If it doesn't work, I give the designs away. It doesn't hurt me to do so, considering I'm looking for real world moves to make. Or I just keep them under wraps for no real reason, which just doesn't make sense. I want to see the Stark generator in action because it would make a fun desk toy in my office, especially if it charges my phone. Wire is cheap, the slugs probably won't be too mold, but then I can put them together myself and they'll be leaked internationally because I have no control over that, so patent owning would be useful for the patentable areas. Graphene would be better, and I have a design for that too, but I don't think they've got the printer tech there yet, though I could fix that. If they're making graphene pressings and sheets and the issue is that they're breaking or brittle because of bad connections, the material used has to be cleaned up better. If they're unbendable, then building a small platform under the press that can be rotated to any angle but allow the needed pressure of the press at that point, then you can build any twisted design you need. A mini reverse press and housing the extruder so the extruded material is resting on the press's base with the pressure base acting upon it. You get a rotational switchable extruding system suitable for what I need within the graphene housing of the generator. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm going to ask a friend if his friends might want to work together because it's all I've got towards earning a paycheck. I only get bought once, and it's not on me to figure out how to get that payment with people that just want to talk. Giving away information is the idiot's position. Maybe getting a properly connected computer and an NDA will solve that for me. If it doesn't work, I take it to the public and refine the build through open practices, then use that to kickstart a build for it as the idea's originator. It's probably stupid, but I don't have any other place. I wonder why a few days of exercise makes me more aggressive. Testosterone is supposed to give you a solid base. Maybe my levels are just that fragile. Is it worth posting to Reddit? please visit anchor.fm/divergentmind to leave a message so that I may get back to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.